This one is going to be much more personal, unlike any other video that I've done before. As some of you may already know, that my mom's has been in the music industry for over 60 years. And in movies. I'm sure there are some of you out there who may be familiar with the name Clarence Avant. That's this guy right here on my right. He's one of the most famous, as Netflix calls him, behind the scenes rainmaker in music, film, TV, and politics. If you are someone in this business of entertainment, you wouldn't be there if it wasn't for him. He's paved the way, but used a lot of people's shoulders to stand on in order to receive his fortunes of $50 million plus. Talk back to me. I'm talking to you early. Get in my comment section. This one is a personal one. My mother played a big role in making this man rich while she was being robbed by him. One thing they are good at, the elite, is portraying a villain as being a hero. When it comes to the courtroom, when it comes to paperwork. She made countless songs back when he was just a nobody. And you know, like your P. Diddy's and your Michael Bivins. Can you imagine what it's going to be like when they're going to be inducting P. Diddy into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, or when they talk about the P. Diddy history? They're not going to say a goddamn word about Black Rob, how he robbed him, Mace, how he robbed him, the Locks. They're not going to make no mention of none of the people. They're going to just talk about all the good deeds he's done in the industry. Now, I can see if you used me or used my mom's to get to the top, then look back and extended your arm out and pulled her up. You know what? I can learn to let go. But when you still continue to prosper and eat off of the fruits of her labor, there's no forgiveness in that. So it has to be personal. One thing about power, it takes years to fight and be successful when the cards are stacked against you. Because when power and control, you can't be successful when it comes to the courts and you don't have the manpower or the money power behind you. So all the hard years of growing up, hard years, and I'm talking about from welfare, I'm talking about free cheese, potted milk, no heat for winters, no heat. I'm talking about those times when we was in the with sleeping bags and blankets, hat, coat, everything on at the same time. Mayonnaise sandwiches, rats and roaches, knowing he was living in luxury. His kids went to the finest schools and prospering off of my mother's vocals, trust, sweat, blood, and tears. Talk back to 10, I'm talking. This one is personal. But look at karma. Your actions affected a family of 8. Your actions affected us. And your home gets invaded and his wife gets murdered in the process. Talk back to then. I'm talking to you. And some people, 10, that could have just been fake. Shut up. It's karma. Everything you do comes back to you. That energy you send out into the universe. My mother's music sold millions in the UK, in the US, in movies from Colors, Sean Penn and Robert Duvall, Raging Bull with Robert De Niro, and The Irishman with Joe Pesci. YEARS.SHE and The Sopranos and more. Like, so nobody's supposed to be angry. We're supposed to forget. This one is personal. And now look at how life works. His children are film producers. His children, a U.S. ambassador to the Bahamas, and in-laws to Netflix CEO and Chief Content Officer Ted Serrano. Talk back to me. I'm talking to you. And when I say he is of the elite, I mean of the elite from the Bill Clintons. These are his friends. These are people who support him. From Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, Magic Johnson, Quincy Jones, and he made the careers of L.A. Reid, Babyface, Jimmy Jam, Bill Withers, and also he was inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So you mean to tell me all of this shit is going on in your life? You still eating, but you can't reach back and say, you know what? I fucked up. I apologize. Or here, this is yours. You own the rights to it. This is yours. The sad part is my mom's ran down on one time at the Apollo. Him and his wife. And he did everything in his power to make sure she was out of the building. My mom's been fighting for what is hers. And still to this day, her music sells and she gets no credit. Her name might be on it, but she ain't getting no credit. Talk back to 10. I'm talking to you. Get in my comment section. This one is personal. I'm only putting it out there because they came out with this Godfather of Black Music. Godfather of Black Music. And everybody was on there bigging him up, praising him like he's some god of good deeds. Imagine how they're going to make P. Diddy and Michael Bivins. Just imagine how they're going to make them in this industry at the end of the day. You can look my mom's up today, her worth, and it will say millions. Family, we all live good. We worth millions of dollars on net worth and what she's worth to the public and to the courts. And they do this so when you come, you have no defense. Oh no, you've been rich. You've been had millions already. You spent your money. Your blind ass out of here. I wish I could show you her royalty checks. Royalty checks. One thing they didn't tell you in that Netflix documentary was how all the people he robbed, how the IRS seized all his property, how Bill Cosby had to bail him out of financial jams. They don't tell you about that part. One important lesson is that just because they smile and shake your hand doesn't mean it's a deal. You just may be getting dealt. You may be getting dealt some bullshit. And as for this Clarence, another piece of crap. His father was part of my upbringing. He couldn't even help bury his father. My mother had to bury his father. He couldn't even bury his pops. He was already a multi-millionaire. He turned his back. One thing about that Hollywood, it will make you do some strange things for change. Talk back to 10. I'm talking to you. Get in my comment section. They will sell their souls. And don't lose no sleep at night for the people who they've affected. And it's crazy that both of their names, it's ironic, right? Both of their names is Clarence. Talk back to me. I'm talking to you. His father is Clarence II. This is Clarence III. Or the second or the first, one of them. But it's crazy how You're not going to get too much, sucker. Because we dealt with you directly as a family. And then this sucker right here just blatantly out robbed Mom Dukes. So this one is personal. And it's only a warning to all of you out there who deciding to get in this music business, in this industry, whether it's rap, R&B, the music, movie industry, whatever it is, the entertainment business. Make sure you have your lawyers. Make sure you have somebody that's going to proofread everything. And you make sure before you sign anything that you know what you signing your life away to. Because this is your future and your livelihood. Like I just told you at the beginning, over 60 years, my mom's been fighting and going back and forth. She still performs now and get her own money at shows. But when it comes to all the albums and record sales and everything she's laid down, nothing has come. Even the book, they wrote a book about it too. You would think that we was living the way he was living. Shit. Talk back to 10, I'm talking to you. This one is more personal. And this one is just a warning to all of you out there who follow me. So now you have a personal person that you know now. Oh, shit. Because a lot of y'all, I built relationships with y'all on the phone and everything. So now you have a personal friend, a brother, somebody you can say, damn, I know somebody that this happened to. I'm not going to let this happen to me, my child, or family member. It's not that goddamn white man.